Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Monster Hunter World. Let's cart on the PC. Right, we're on the PC, not the console. Kind of confused myself there, because I was working on the console earlier, just before we went live, but now I'm back on the PC. And man, it's hot where I live. When did it go from like freezing cold to hot? I just sat down to get this live stream started, and I feel like I'm already hot. Crazy. Alright, well anyways, let's get started. The upper right hand corner, you can see the session ID. We'll be playing PC optionals. I'm curious, when you help somebody with an optional and you have the same optional, is it finished, or I'm wondering if it doesn't get finished. But the goal here is to get all the optionals done so that we can work our way toward Master Rank 70. That's what we're really trying to do here. Let's go ahead and post this. We won't waste any time. That is way too bright. PC is kind of weird. When it's dark, it's too dark. When it's bright, it's too bright. There's no like good middle ground. I've tried turning it up. I've tried turning it down. It just doesn't work. How's it going, everyone? Nate Chill says, I'm watching live for my job. Oh, no. God Terror Boy says, you're hot. I am hot. It's very warm in here. I might turn on the AC or something. How's my phone more ahead on the stream? What? Good evening, sir. How's it going, Adam? It does. What? Where I live in Missouri, and the weather's really crazy in Missouri. It could be hot one moment and then cold the next. So over the weekend, it was like 30 degrees, and today it's like 50. It went from freezing with a snowstorm to everything's melted now, and you think it's summertime or something. It's already warm. So it's pretty crazy. What are we fighting? Are we fighting? I'm assuming we're fighting this guy right here. Oh man, he's gonna roar. Ooh, I got my volume turned off. I gotta fix that. Oops. You can't attack me like that. Alright, let's go ahead and soften up his head. How is it going, everyone? This is my famous Monster Hunter stream where we talk about sexy girls. Okay, let me turn up my volume now. Don't. Did I just get paralyzed? Damn bugs. Brah! Brah! There we go. Where's it going? Oh my god. Brah! Dude, stop flying! Flying monsters are the actual worst in this game. Did you know that? I'm actually not a fan of flying monsters. Flying monsters are everything that's wrong with Monster Hunter right now. Alright. Use a charge blade now or I will report stream. You wish. We're trying to rush through. I guess we do use a lot of hammer. I wonder if I would be able to get the materials for another weapon really fast. But if you're being efficient, you will use one weapon from start to end. That would be efficient. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't you frick with me, man. Come on, go into the drilling state. Ouch. Dude. Take this off real fast. These are going to be slinger bombs, which are actually pretty useful. One, 2, 3, 4. I'm giving him the hand. 5. No health regen augmentations, though. Wouldn't that be nice? Ooh, I'm about to die. Can I get like a... No, I guess not. Oh my god. Here we go. No, man, I want to... This game's so ridiculous. I was pushing other buttons, and it was like, what do you want to do? You want to... And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to claw onto him, and it's not clawing onto him. Alright, let's see if we can get this weapon attack out. Nope. God, dude. Wind pressure. Metal axe? Who's that? Come here, let me grab you by the head. Oh my god. Got him. What? It still didn't interrupt him. Oh my lord, man. Fighting these flying monsters, so frustrating. Dude, it is hot in here. I wonder what the weather outside is like. I bet it's just that it's humid and it's warm enough that my heater's not turning on, so I'm getting all the humidity in here. It's not technically cold out yet. What do you think you're doing? Oops. He didn't know I was setting that down. God. Alright, I still gotta get... Why does it go to the leg? It's so bad. Oh my god. Oh. When you're attached to a monster with the clutch claw and you push left or right, it's supposed to send you in the direction that you want to go, but it's all relative to the direction that the camera's actually pointing. So like you'll tell it to go to, let's say, toward his head, but it'll be like, so you want to go toward his tail, right? It's like, no, I want to go toward his head. Freaking fricks. How do I get up there fast? Ooh, do I have the, I bet I don't. Nah, I don't have the little animals. Oh man, I need to do my quest with the Grimalkind, so I can have the little animal take me all the way to the top. How's it going, everyone? Punish says, what up, blood? Meta save me, for I am weak on PC. How's everyone doing? You all doing good? Pretty well. Oh my god. Don't mind me, I'll just be climbing up here for the next 10 minutes. Running. Oh my god. We definitely gotta get the little jaggy Raider Rider for the Ancient Forest. I almost called it the jungle, because it's so nice having them carry you to the very top of the nest. This would be a perfect example of why the Raider Riders are good. You would just, you know, go in autopilot, I guess, and sit back and wait till your character reaches the fight again. We gotta go the long way. We actually have to climb. God. Noot noot, where are all my kids at? If I change my orientation setting, I can do the evasion reload, right? What? I can or I can't? By the way, where is he? He's over here? Oh, God. Oh, my God. I think he's actually exhausted here. There he goes. No, come on. Oh my god, I'm so bad. What the? Oh my god, dude. So freaking bad. The frick, man? Where is he flying to? This is about equidistant. Let's go. I'm watching your stream in school. Very good. Is hammer better than the great sword? No, I think that the great sword will technically do more damage than the hammer. The hammer does give KOs though, and the great sword doesn't really. So on a team, I think you can make a fair argument that the hammer is able to keep up with the great sword. I just like it. It's more fun. It's more fun for me, and they're pretty close anyways. It's not like a huge difference. How's it going, Thailand? Oh my god. I really do miss having the health regen augmentations on the hammer from the defender hammer. Just grab this slinger bomb real fast. Ah, he's already on. Very good. Oh, no. Going for me a second time. Oh, got material here. Oh, dude, where's he going? All he does is run away. Oh, my God. This is why I don't like the Ancient Forest. Of all the maps, the Ancient Forest is my least favorite map. That's because you have to climb for like an hour to get to the top of the map. And you got Rathalos and Raytheon, and both of them climb to the top of the map when they're hurt. It just takes freaking forever. I think another monster does too. Doesn't another monster do it too? Kushala, right? Kushala goes to the very top of the map when he's hurt. So when a monster gets hurt, you gotta wait for them to limp all the way up there, and then you gotta jump up to the top camp and run all the way to the nest. And just in general, fighting in this area sucks. Worst map. It's cool, it's just not my favorite. Alright. I think actually when they're going to the nest because they're limping, it's not so bad. It's on the way down actually. It's when they're like moving out of the nest at the beginning of the fight like you did earlier. Capture. We're gonna capture, right? Wait, Streamlabs needs to be turned on. I'm sorry. Let me turn on Streamlabs real fast. Oh, and wait, what are we doing now? What? Was he not even the target? Tell me he was the target. Oh, we gotta fight both of them. Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. We gotta get Nargacuga and Rathalos. He's in the area on the side. I was getting kind of worried there. Just waiting for it to finish up. I didn't realize it was a double fight. Sorry about that. There's a camp that you can go to get to the nest faster. Yeah, I know. It's the top. The top nest. I know what you're talking about. Let's go ahead and sharpen up. Boop. Bring switch axe, start removing trees. Huh. Does the, I guess the bomb doesn't make any noise when it lands. So interesting. It's getting thrown into the wall. Very good. Oh, are you kidding me, man? Fucking Clutch Claw, dude. It's like, no, you missed the first one. No, not the Jackrass! Oh my god, dude. How did I lose my charge? I don't understand. Dude, I'm so tired of the hammer player getting interrupted. I wish they would change that for the hammer. I don't know why they do that. The way that they decide friendly fire, the way it should work is if you're a big heavy weapon, you should have priority. And it's actually the light, fast weapons that should be being interrupted. That would make more sense, would it not? Alright, that's gonna be KO. I'm actually just gonna hop off. Oops. Get smacked by his damn tail. Rah! Oh, we got one life left. I wasn't even thinking about it. Oh, be careful, guys. I wasn't even thinking about it. We lost that one life earlier with Rathalos. I was just kind of playing recklessly as if this was a new fight. Shoot. I didn't even think about it. Alright, I'm coming in. No more dying, anyone. I wish this hammer healed, man. Playing with no health regen augment with the hammer is just not as fun. Because you got to get so close to the monster when you're using this weapon, and it's just nice having that health regen. It allows you to play really aggressive. You know, because if you do make a mistake, you just heal it off. Where's it going? God, he just keeps running away. Boing. Did I interrupt him? I think I did. Oh man, I should be careful. I'm still wearing high rank armor. He's gone. Woo. How's it going, Yamadutai? He says, hey, what's up? Love your videos. Glad I could catch you live. Oh, glad you're here too. When you bait your teammates into the monster with the health booster. I know, right? Low profile says, my girlfriend broke up with me, and this is the only thing that can comfort me. Thanks for that. Ah, that sucks, man. That sucks. Go get a hotter girlfriend. It's like, you know, when you have a job and you leave that job, then you just upgrade. Get a better job. Get a sexier girlfriend who plays Monster Hunter with you. Bubba Suarez says, hey Gameconomist, do you still plan on letting your wife stream for a day? That would be cool, hearing some of her insights on different topics. Oh man, she does enjoy politics and religion and stuff like that. She's actually very similar to me in that way. She's not a very practiced streamer, believe it or not. Streaming it's not something that you're just immediately good at. I think she would feel very nervous to talk about those subjects, but she probably would talk about the game at least. And you guys could make fun of her for not playing well, because she's not going to play well. She doesn't game like she used to. When she was younger, she was able to game a lot more because we didn't have jobs. But she works full time now, and she comes home exhausted. And usually we just have a dinner and watch a little TV together, like some YouTube or something. She would like to host a stream though. She's joked about it with me. I've joked about it with her. Why we just fought Rathalos? I want to fight him again. We've joked about it together. I think she'd do it. Mary says, I love when my teammates get hit all the time. I get to chug so much potion. Chug. Alex says, your voice is relaxing. It makes me sleepy. Oh no, sleepy voice. Let's go ahead and have a meal real fast. We're going to grab a meat platter. Meow. What would the master rank armor set you'd make for the Shama Har... I think he's asking me what build I would go for. It's going to be... so this is master rank armor. It would be Teostra head, Teostra arms, Teostra coil, Garuga legs, and Kirin chest. That would be what I go for. Better hit that start button, Novix. 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're out. Drinking is funnier when you share it. That's true. Yamadutai says, what do you do, have you done for a living? You are so thorough, thoughtful, well-read, and explain things so well. Well, for a lot of that stuff, it's just because I find everything interesting. I don't know. I do a lot of reading. I do watch the internet. I watch the news a lot. But for a living, I guess when I was younger, you know, I was in a large family of 11 children. And I learned a lot about business from my dad. He ran a home business to help supplement his income as he was like an engineer teacher for a company, right? And he would teach them how to fix big machines for companies that did manufacturing. He worked for a company called Allen Bradley. And so since we were homeschooled, he took us around and I got to see how he did his work. Actually, the funny thing is, my job's kind of similar to his in some ways. I don't teach you guys like engineering, but I teach you guys how to play a game. So it's kind of similar in that regard. And then he ran that home business, and I learned a lot from that too. Unsurprisingly, I sell like Pokemon cards from home now. Now I'm just waiting for the IRS to tell me that I have to get a business license. So it's weird. It's funny, I spent so much money going to college, and most of the things that I'm good at, I just kind of learned from from him, right? He taught me about like investing, to have some money invested. And yeah, so big family. It was also a family of a lot of conflict. There was constant fighting. There was never enough to go around. And to be honest, some of my siblings just weren't that good of people. They really, I'm looking back on it. Some of them were not that great. My parents were not great people either. I just don't think they were very good at being around other people. You know what I mean? And so it was a very loud, I guess I'd describe it as kind of a violent family. And I was not loud, and I was not violent. I'm like the other way around. I'm actually very quiet. I like to be alone. I'm very private, too, so it was just a really difficult environment for me. So when I was 17, I just sort of ran away from home all of a sudden after a series of long fights. Just sort of ran away. And eventually at 18, I had a job at Target, and I bought my first apartment. I moved into an apartment, and I was just barely making it. And so for about the next 5 years, that would be it. I'd be working for Target, I'd be working for Sam's Club, I worked at Sears, I worked various retail jobs before moving on and getting a very nice job at Coca-Cola, actually. By the time I got a job at Coca-Cola, look at me, I'm not even fighting this guy, I'm just talking with you guys. By the time I'd gotten a job at Coca-Cola, I just sort of proven myself to be a very reliable worker. I always show up to work, and I always work really hard. And so Coca-Cola liked me. You don't get an offer at Coca-Cola unless you're a decent worker and you have some, good work history. And you definitely won't last at Coca-Cola if you're not a good worker either. Like, they figure you out. So I worked there for about 2 years and saved up about $20,000 in the 2 years that I worked there. And then I take that $20,000 and I went to university. So I pulled that out, and I pulled out a student loan. So it's about $60,000 combined for the next 4 years. And then, you know, I didn't have any kind of support, no finances from grandma and grandpa, nothing from mom and dad. You know, I hadn't seen my family this whole time. So I don't really have any kind of financial support to pay for the education. I just kind of pay for my cost of living and everything else on my own. And I operate an eBay store while I'm in school, and that's where I met my wife. She was in school too. We're both in school for computer science. She wanted to be a video director. She wanted to make movies. And she thought, I'll learn computer science because I'll pair that with animation. But eventually she actually just falls in love with coding, so she doesn't actually care about making movies anymore at some point. But anyways, I go there on a student loan and $20,000 cash of my own money, and graduate in 4 years. And as soon as I graduated, I already had a job with a bank. They were a bank that has a very outdated database from like the 90s, and they were transferring everything over to a new database. And they were hiring all kinds of IT guys to help with this, so I got hired on for that through a company that helps other companies find IT professionals. So that's my first job. And then after that job is completed, it was just a contract job. It doesn't last very long. It was like 2 or 3 months. So after that job, I'm done with that. I was offered a job at the bank, and then I actually turned it down because at the time I'm getting really good at YouTube, and I've been doing all this analysis of YouTube. I'm like, oh my god, YouTube is a serious job, right? So there's a point where I kind of tell my wife, like, I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to try and have a YouTube channel. And at that point, I probably have like 15,000 subs tops, and I'm probably making like $5 a day. It's really bad. But I'm doing all this analysis. I'm like, I think you could actually make money on YouTube, right? So I tell her I'm going to go for it, and she's fairly skeptical, but she's also, I guess she's she's kind of a supportive person as well. It's a scary moment because she's your girlfriend. You don't want to make no money and have your girlfriend pay for things. Girlfriends don't find that attractive, by the way. And so she agrees, and about a year later, my channel is actually fairly successful at about 40,000 to 50,000 subscribers, and I'm getting much better ad revenue. The way ad revenue works, you really don't ever make a lot from the ad revenue. However, you kind of build up a large collection of videos, and together, all those videos together kind of start to pay a more respectable amount, something that could, be like a full-time job and get you in the middle class. So I do that. I'm working at about 50,000 subs. I'm just working maybe 12 to 16 hours a day. I still work about 12 to 16 hours a day. Loving it because I'm playing video games, no manager. She gets a full-time job as a software developer with a local company, and she's making the wages of a software developer, and she gets healthcare, which covers both of us because we get married. And that's my whole life. There you go. Somebody asked, and now I explained it all. We're still deeply in student debt. We both had to pull out maximum student debt to go to school. So we started at about 80,000. We're about 50,000 now. So whenever you make a donation, you help me buy Pokemon cards. You help me with my student debt. And then also, you might have heard her mother got sick with cancer, and that really stopped us this last year because we ended up helping her family they went bankrupt, and we're still helping them. And that's where we're at today. So in a year, hopefully I will be out of student debt, but we'll have to see. We don't know what'll happen. Her mother apparently, she finished her chemo, and I guess the cancer receded. We don't know if it'll return. That's a big thing. And if it does, her parents really aren't equipped financially to deal with it at all. So we don't really know what's going to happen now, but hopefully it just doesn't return. So who knows? Hopefully it doesn't. That's where we're at. We live in a tiny condo. Somebody who finds emojis great says, Mary scares me. Mary, stop scaring people. Shred me harder. Totally, my brother's a YouTuber and makes money off his entire collection. People bringing and watching older episodes. Yeah, some videos do not make residual income from ad revenue. Like, for example, a news video will make money for about 3 days, and then that's it. Makes money for about 3 days. And then other videos, like let's say a guide for Kulf Taroth, can make money for a long time because she stays relevant for a long time, and there's a lot of information about her, and people constantly, are being introduced to the game for the first time. So, Sebastian says, I'm surprised not many people are watching your stream. You seem like a nice, chill guy that everybody likes. Oh, well, we just started. We're only half an hour in. Give it a little more time. We'll have about 400 people. We'll have about 400 people eventually. Trevin says, sad man, thanks for sharing. Yeah, you know, there's been plenty of hardships in my life. I think this is probably one of the best times of my life. School's done. You know, I got it done a little later in life. I didn't want school to be done. I was like 28 or 29 when I graduated. But school's done. I've got a degree in software development. It's a Bachelor of Science too, right? It's not a Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor of Science, Computer Science. I still get offers in the mail for a job in software engineering. I get about one per month. And I have a sweet job on YouTube, talking with you guys and making content on how to play a video game. Which is really surprising, but so it's a lot of work. Except I don't really mind. It's you know, I was always somebody who could play video games for about 8 hours a day, so it actually is a lot of fun, and I'm very happy with where I'm at. And the only thing now is to get those student loans paid off and start working on my retirement account as soon as possible because I'm behind. You know, the best time to work on a retirement account is as young as possible. Woohoo! Thank you very much, Wellix, supporting the grind. I think you started over too. We're going to play together on Wednesday, aren't we? This is Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, we're going to play together soon. What was I going to say, though? Right, I was going to tell people the best time to start saving up for your retirement is right now. Don't wait. Don't do it when you're older. Do it as young as possible. Start putting money away, and when you're old, you'll have a nice retirement account, and you won't be like my in-laws who are right now struggling with issues of like life and death basically, like can I afford chemo, am I going to lose my house, right? You don't want to be in that position when you're older. So start saving for your health care, start saving for old age now, because when you get old, it's harder to earn money when you're old. And honestly, wouldn't you rather be on a cruise when you're old anyways? Wouldn't you rather be on a vacation on the beach when you're old? You don't want to work your whole life. That's just how it is. So start saving up for old age right away. Don't wait to do it. That's why I say. Actually, my first interest was always finance, actually. I went to school for finance, and I loved it. But I eventually moved over to computer science because I wanted something that was even more complicated than finance. Because finance, I found that I was doing very well, but I thought that computer science would challenge me more than finance would. I consider them both valuable degrees, though. Yeah, I still have a love of finance. And I love the idea of everyone being prosperous and capable of retiring and not having to ask their children to, you know, kind of save them. I don't think that's good for the parent. I don't think that's good for the child. I think it kind of stresses your relationship and turns your relationship into a money relationship. You don't want that. Unless it's the nice kind of money relationship where you're giving each other gifts, but not the kind of like, I need you to pay me, you know, I need you to give me this money or I'm going to die. That's not a good relationship to be in. Very stressful. Wellix donates to you. Say you would play with him tomorrow. What about the rando who demand you play with him and give him money? Alex says, how come you stream here and not any other platform? I have streamed on Twitch before. I think I've built up a nice large audience on YouTube. And, you know, I like YouTube's dashboard better, to be honest with you. Yeah, dashboard. I don't like Twitch's dashboard at all. I think YouTube... I don't know what it's like from your guys' point of view as the viewer. I don't know if it's different, but Twitch's dashboard versus YouTube's is way better. I've used both of them now, so I can make a decision on that, on how I feel about it. I like YouTube way better. YouTube should pay me to say that. So the dashboard has a lot to do with it. Are Pokemon cards worth money now or something? Because I have my collection from when they were first released. I'm 32. Well, let me say this. If you're not interested in collecting cards anymore, get in contact with me. I'll buy your old cards off of you. But if you are interested in collecting, I do have a second channel where we open up Pokemon cards for fun. And whether or not the cards are valuable is decided entirely by the condition they're in and which cards we're talking about. So not all old cards are valuable, but some old cards are really valuable. Just, again, the condition's a big part of it, and, you know, also, like, how much work you want to put into it, too. Like, oh, nice, we hit him. I was worried he was going to fly out from underneath that. How much work you want to put into it. Like, if you want to sell each and individual every card on eBay, make a listing for each one, deal with shipping each card versus just kind of selling your lot off in one chunk and getting a nice chunk of cash, knowing that the person you sold it to kind of has to now sell it one at a time. So but yeah, Pokemon cards are valuable. They're very collectible. So are sports cards, apparently. We were reading an article yesterday, and it was talking about how sports cards have gone down in value, and then they're talking about how, oh, it's gone down in value. This $1,300,000. I was like, $1,300,000? Jesus Christ, that's still so much money. And they're like complaining because the sports cards have gone down in value. And in fact, my opinion of the Pokemon cards is that those are going to go up in value over time because you've had people gaming from the 80s, right? So we've been gaming since the 80s, and you and I are like in our 30s now. You're 32, I'm 30. We've got disposable income. We're kind of on our way to actually having some money. So old cards from a long time ago, there's a market for them for guys like me and you who like to collect things because why not? What else are you going to do with your money? Open up a college fund for your children? Yeah, right. So anyways, I think that Pokemon cards are currently undervalued and they will move up in value for at least the next 30 years for sure. But the thing is, I don't see video games going anywhere. So the real question is can Pokemon protect its brand for like the next 100 years? And if it can, then 100 years from now, your grandchildren or great-grandchildren could be making a freaking ridiculous amount of money off of their Pokemon cards that grandpa, so-and-so gave them from a long time ago. Just like baseball cards are worth $1 million, which, again, that shocked me, but it's like baseball's been going on for a long time, much longer than video games. So it's had time to become worth $1 million. Could there be $1 million Pokemon card one day? I think there definitely could be. It just needs more time. So I'll probably be looking at buying a few cards as a part of my, basically retirement portfolio, as a serious part of my retirement portfolio. And then the other aspects of cards is they're just fun, Some people like to open the cards and just see what they get. So those would be more like the modern cards. Some of the modern cards can actually, if you get lucky with them, you can make a little bit of money on those too. But you have to get lucky. So very often you're not lucky. To be fair, right? Des says, where are the cold body pillows? Well, I think the window for the cold body pillows is probably closed off a little bit. I don't think I'll be making those. I always joked about making those, but I never felt comfortable making them anyways because it's a property owned by Capcom and I don't have a license to make something in the likeness of their intellectual property. Cade says, what is, in your opinion, the best dual blade? Dual blade, the one that does the most damage. Alice says, I have a gold-plated Togepi one that makes me wonder, money. Maybe. You can do a little research on it. Just look it up on eBay or something. Thanks for trading me that Glaceon, by the way. No problem, Mary. I did an analysis of the Decidueye that you traded with me, and the sad part is I won't be sending him off to be graded. It was probably a trade in your favor. Actually, I should look over the Glaceon, because if the Glaceon's in gradable condition, I'm going to be sad. Because the Decidueye, the centering wasn't correct on him, so you might have gotten a very good deal out of that. Most Pokemon players who also do Monster Hunter will talk to you for 10 hours about where Anjanath goes to take a poo. Alice says, I have this... Oh, I already read that one. Hello, Gameconomist. I'm so proud of you for surpassing 100,000 subs. Congratulations, you deserve it. Hey, thank you very much, Nergigante. And I think Nergigante has been a member of the channel for a while. So see the little icon next to Nergigante's name? That's actually a symbol that represents how long he's been. You can actually join as like a member of the channel. It's very similar to how Twitch works. Let me take a look. I want to see how long. Oh, I don't know the order of them. Warren. Oh, you're very close to reaching the last level, actually. The last level is red. Wow, very cool, man. Thank you so much. Close this off, and then let's go ahead and get the next quest going. Being kind of slow here because I'm so engaged in the conversation. So we're fighting a Lake Yana. What's really intriguing me about Iceborne, people worry a lot about getting the best, most damaging build. And one of the things I'm kind of learning is that you shouldn't worry about that so much. You should worry about getting all your optionals done and getting everything else done. And when you finally reach the end game, that's when you can start looking into getting your best equipment together. You'll notice I'm still running Draken Armor from the high rank, and it's fine. I'm fine, actually. It's not actually knocking me out. I got 2 levels of Divine Blessing. That helps. Yeah. I just put out, by the way, a powerful fast video for the longsword where I talk about kind of like a progression checklist for you to follow so that you can become powerful in the game without wasting any time. Arson says, where are the plushies? Ree! I actually had a big brain moment today about some merchandise I can offer you guys on this YouTube channel. It's something I already have planned for, and I'm working on it right now. I won't spoil what it is. We've talked about me selling maybe like rings as merchandise in the past. I'm probably still working on that as well. But this new thing, I think you guys will find it very interesting. I won't spoil it for you, though. I will probably have merchandise for this YouTube channel in the near future, though, either way. Mary says, if you'd like, you can have it back. Well, I don't want to do that to you, Mary. If you really like the card, you should keep the card. Yeah. I would prefer it if... I mean, if you like Glaceon, don't worry about it. If I lose like 20 bucks or something, it's not even a big deal, to be honest. I just wanted you to have the Glaceon, honestly. Oh. Oops, did I just do that? Is he gonna be mad at me? He's mad at me. Tell us in mod chat what the idea is. We won't say shit. I don't know. I might keep a secret until it's actually for sale because it's such a fun idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner. I think it's a very good idea, and I can already start working on obtaining the merchandise right away. I don't have to like do a whole bunch of work. One of the things that was holding me back on the rings is you actually have to find a ring supplier who can take your design, and so and it's something I've just been sitting on because I'm not sure exactly how I want to invest in purchasing a bunch of rings. So you don't just buy like one ring and sell it on your channel. You have to buy like 200 rings. So I had a really good idea. I think you guys will like it a lot. The new video with the longswords, you gonna make the same with the other weapons or just that one? I'll probably make an additional few. I don't know how many though, because it'll only be relevant for probably the next month or so, as players complete the storyline. I guess it depends a great deal on the performance of the video. Like if people are not watching it, then I'll probably move on to another type of video, something that people are watching. Grab onto him. Here we go. Oh, he's already softened. 1, 2, 3. Woo! He looks so tired. Oh my god. Marry a Hago face shirt merch. Card stream afterwards? Yeah, we can do a card stream afterwards. I have a little bit of mail to open. Not much. We don't actually have a lot of cards left for sale, believe it or not. I've got some Unified Minds and I've got Cosmic Eclipse, and that's it. Too early on my roll. TGC, it's a shirt with your face. If we want a face reveal, we have to buy your merch. No, that's not it. Trust me, it's not it. When I want to reveal my face, I'll just sell it in private to David. David Larson. I'm just kidding. It'll be the only face reveal on the channel. Is the product a card showing one body part of the real Gameconomist and we gotta buy them all? No. You guys will really like this though. What I've decided for the merchandise, it's going to be a little pricey. It depends on how I want to sell it. It might be $200 a piece if I decide to go all out on it, or it might be about $60 a piece. I don't know. It's a complicated issue, the pricing of it, but it depends on the collectability of it. But I think that you guys will really, really, really like it. You'll be like, oh, that's such a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? Nice. David would probably buy it. I'd sell it to him for $6.90. Come on, man. He's selling organs. I thought about selling hand-baked cookies once. Just for fun. But that's not it either, by the way. The cookies are just a meme. Imagine buying... What if I baked hand-baked cookies? Would you guys buy that? Just a dozen cookies shipped from me to you. You can eat them while you play Monster Hunter. Woo! Don't do it, Legiana. Boop. He's gotta be limping for sure. Oh, now he's gonna be limping for sure. Oh my god. Hey Bat, did you see the cards I posted? TGC, your bathwater. He's actually selling his cats. I would sell my cats. Especially the one that sheds everywhere. She's such a mess maker. Those are my wife's cats. I'm more of a no animals at all person. Trade the cats in for a second girlfriend. I don't think my wife would be down for that. Oh my god. Would be so nice if we got a second mount, wouldn't it? I'm new to high rank, and I don't know what armor set to get. I run Gunlance. For the Gunlance, you want... I'm trying to remember if any of them... You're going to want a few skills for your Gunlance. I'm trying to remember the name of it. There's Capacity Boost, Artillery 3, Focus if you're using long shelling. If you're not using long shelling, then you're probably using wide shelling. If you're using wide shelling, then you will probably build Weakness Exploit and Handicraft. Weakness Exploit, Crit Boost, Handicraft, along with the Artillery and the Capacity Boost. TGC Body Pillow. I started using Divine Blessing, and I don't feel much difference. What? TGC Melted Cutting Board. I could sell my melted cutting board. You guys want to buy my melted cutting board from me? Sell it to you for 10 bucks. Then I'll go out and buy a new cutting board. So that's two. Who are about to bite the dust? Why do you want focus for long shelling? Focus allows you to shoot the long shells faster when you're charging them. And you should be charging them, because that's what you do with long shelling gunlances. You used long shelling attacks. Alright. Wow, we're just burning right through our optionals. Nice and fast. Does focus affect the recharge time of special ammo on light bowgun? Yes. Wait. Yes. Yes, it does. I'm like, wait. Why is it melted? I accidentally melted my keyboard. Not my keyboard. What am I talking about? I accidentally melted my cutting board the other day. Yeah, I talked about it in a different live stream. I left it on an electric burner, and I turned that electric burner on. It was the wrong electric burner. I meant to turn on a different electric burner. But anyways, I turned on the wrong one, and then it melted right through it, and it was really crazy. Specific reason I subscribed. Good mind, think alike. Currently finishing up Master Rank Options 2. 2 monsters at 1 actually feel easy. Let's go ahead and beat this guy up. But he forgot you're not supposed to cook cutting boards. That's right, you're not supposed to cook them. It says right in the cooking handbook, do not cook cutting boards. Ooh, he's a big boy. Huh, I didn't know you could get away with that. Got him. Oh, why'd we fly so far back, though? Jesus. Like inside the goddamn wall. Ugh. Wow. The sounds that not Nergigante, the sounds this cat makes. Running along. Did you get Paper Shredder for the common and uncommon cards? No, I did not. Where's he going? Dude, come the frick back. The frick? It doesn't accept the @ sign. You need some Bang energy drink, not Red Bull. Bang energy drink. Nice. Double knockdown, everyone. 1, 2, 3. He's got KO soon, too. Oh, he's on the edge of KOing, I promise. Alright, now he's mad. I tried so hard to roll that. By any chance, do you know when the Safujiva Siege is coming back? I heard it's coming back on like the 20th or something. Maybe I should do a news update talking about that. Oh, he gonna kill me, man. Get him, boys! Look at that. Did you see how I delayed that? They got so much more damage on him because of that delay. Woo! I'll have a max potion. Ouch. Take this off real fast. He looks like he's ready to be thrown into a wall again, guys. You guys happen to have any, oh, they're down there, huh? Where am I? Oh, God. Oh, that's the second KO. What? Ah, I'm so bad at dodging his roar. Oh, I'm KO'd. He's roaring. We're fine. Had a little munchy there. A little munchy crunchy. Where's everyone going? Double roars. Jesus Christ. 4 roars. Dude. Get out of here with all those roars. By the way, how many people do we have in here? Oh, guys, we have room for more if you guys want to join. Huh. I'm surprised. Are there not that many people playing on PC right now? How do you access that radio thing? With great skill. Get over here. Ouch. Meow. That's Nargacuga in a nutshell. Oh man. Freaking Anjanath here. It's gonna be roars all day. Fuck. Nice. Got him. Woo. Get him, boys. Go away, dude. Oh my god. When will it end? Cheese, your weapon progression videos are the best. Will you be doing one for Greysword and Iceborne? Sorry, I didn't mean to shout into my microphone. I certainly could. That sounds like a good idea. Bezelgeuse needs more turf wars, more turd wars. We gotta update the snack fund. We've got Wellix, who made a $5 donation, and we've got Cheese, who also made a $5 donation. That's like big money. Excuse me, I'm a YouTuber. Massively rich YouTuber coming through. Smack this guy in the head. I did feel rich that one day Sora made a donation. Ooh, my, I was getting sweaty. I was like, what? How much health does this guy have? Jesus Christ. I have failed to dodge his roar every time now. Dude. No! Bring him back! Alright, whatever. I didn't even want to fight Nargacuga. Mary's like, go buy Pokemon cards now. That's right, we got $10 more for Pokemans. By the way, I'm trying to get you a shiny Steelix now. Just wanted to mention that to Wellix. Dude, mother... There we go. Ba-da-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Scooby. What is everyone's shoutouts? I love seeing them in multiplayer. The fund should be called Flavored Salt Fund for Mary's Flavored Salt Fund. Narga has around 40k health. The Shredder has returned. What? Woo! Get my stretch on. I do be finishing those optionals though. Dude, it's so hot in here. I guarantee you. I'm gonna go look at my heat. I'm gonna go look at my heater. It's gonna be like 5 million degrees in here when I go look. Missouri weather, dude. Missouri weather. What the?
We're not gonna stop now. Let's follow Nergigante wherever it's headed.
It is. I'm turning on my AC. It's so hot in here. What the hell? Oh my god. Dude. Alright, oh, and let's update this snack fund. Snack fund time. That was from Wellix and Cheese. Thanks, guys. That is so kind of you. Let's go ahead and post another one. Wait, that's an event. Optionals. Don't be a jerk with the jerky. What? Are you happy I captured him, Sebastian? Sebastian's happy. Let's go ahead and have a tack up. Richard Clark says, whoa, I didn't know you lived in Missouri. I live in Missouri too. Where you live, Richard? What city? By the way, there's room to join, guys, if you want to join. If you've never been in a live stream, you actually have a chance to. Look at Shadman. He's already master rank 84. What the hell? Shadman's been up to hard work. Sorry, guys, I'm starting it without you. Don't rely on the jump. What? Sun's starting to get my eyes now. I'm going to go ahead and close these blinds. What are we? We're going for Odos Marin. Where is he? He's up. He's down here. Let's go ahead and jump over there. Whoa, Jose. He says, "Hey brother, love your content. Keep on smashing." My man, thank you so much for that donation. That is very generous of you. Jeez Louise. Whew. Oh my God. Look at him. He's like, what? Does this count as a wall? It does count as a wall. I was wondering. Thank you so much. Oh, and there he goes. He roars anyways. Which way? Oh, okay. He's going to go this way. Very good. I love how fast the game loads. It's absolutely awesome how fast it loads on PC. I foresee myself playing a lot of PC in the future because of these load screens. These load times are awesome. We got the 60 FPS. It just looks better. Nothing you can do about it. Come on over, Odoshmarin. Boink. That's the second wall smack. When a monster roars, if you're able to roll out of the roar before it occurs. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding. I'm literally in his head and he's like, that doesn't count. If you can roll out of the roar, nice, we landed it. 500 damage too. You can punish the roar, is what I'm trying to say. Ooh, I had something I wanted to test from my other stream. Let's see if this actually... Does this get rid of bleed? I'm trying it again. Let's see if this can get rid of bleed. I heard that this could, but I did not test it. It does! Look, I no longer have bleed. Wait, was that the... I think that was from me sharpening. But I guess the downside is you have to sharpen like 3 times, so I don't think it's that useful. I guess it's sort of useful if you sharpen and then continue to crouch. How did I know that's where he was going to be? Because I'm an expert, guys. I noticed that's a big part of playing with the hammer is kind of understanding where to aim your next swing. Like there, we were so close. We were on the edge of his head, I promise. Oh, and we hit the stupid gyros. I'm not even trying to touch the gyros. Get a mount? Oh. I launched you. You gotta get that good mount for us. Gameconomist, if I had Pokemon cards you would buy, would you even be able to? Because I'm in Scotland. You're in Scotland? When am I going to go to Scotland? I'm jealous. Uh, the answer to the question is yes, actually. It would depend on the shipping, of course. The shipping would be a large part of the cost. But I guess if the shipping was low enough, combined with the actual price of the cards, I'd still pay for it. It just means some of the money would end up going toward the shipping. You could probably take the item you're trying to ship to like a postal store, and they will help you ship it in case you don't know how to do international shipping. International shipping can be kind of confusing. There's not a lot of extra steps, but there's a few extra steps. There's like at least 2 extra steps. And it does cost a lot. It can cost between, well, it depends on how many cards you're shipping. But you know, like 2 pounds could be like $15 of shipping. So it's quite a lot. Actually, it could be more than that. It just depends on your shipping rates, really. I don't know. I wonder if it's cheaper to ship things into the United States than it is to ship them out. Probably about the same. Especially from Scotland. I'll just move to Scotland, then we don't even have to worry about the shipping. What do you think of that? Whee! Saturday couldn't come fast enough. A Latreon, baby, please. Oh, you're hoping that they'll do a dev diary? I am too. 2020 roadmap reveal on Saturday. Really? Okay. That sounds fun. That sounds like a thing. Gameconomist, is there a way to join you in-game? Yes. You need to go to the quest board, and you need to go to online session, and then you need to type in this online session ID that you can see on the upper right hand corner of the screen. This will get you into my session, and then you can join our quests, which get posted to the quest board. It's funny, you know, I actually had to have multiplayer explained to me when I first started playing because it was complicated enough to require explaining. It's kind of a weird, almost like outdated way of playing multiplayer. It's like, here, create this session, and it's like, really? You guys just don't do this part for the players? It's kind of strange. 1, 2, 3. See if we can get a second KO here. I think we should be close to a second KO. That's it. That's the second KO. Bonboro roaring, unfortunately. Ah, well. We got most of the move in. He's exhausted. This is going to be mount number 2. Oh, really? Am I not reaching? There we go. Nice job. One, 2, 3, 4. This is it. Oh. You know what? Let's just go for the kill. Why even capture? We're that close. Oh, because guys like, oh, we got him. Okay, good. I was gonna say Radobon's gonna come in and ruin it. That's why. Grab this. Grab this. Woohoo! Easy. Easy when you get those crowd controls going. See, and that's why I'm saying, like, the hammer, I don't think the hammer really does as much damage as the greatsword by itself. But look at what I was able to do. I was pretty effectively able to get the second mount on Otogaron, and I was able to get the KO on Otogaron. And by itself, that's not like a big deal for the hammer, but when you're on a team of 4, those extra knockdowns are actually really nice. And the hammer right now has a really good aerial style gameplay. As I understand it, the greatsword's aerial was nerfed, right? The ledge hopping for the greatsword. I don't know how bad the nerf was though. What I understand is that most people don't normally do it. So hold on, let me take another look at the donation. It was Jose. I don't know if I'm saying your last name left. Jose Lepe. Jose Lepe. Thank you so much for that. Very generous, actually. And by the way, if you've ever wondered how to get the Pokemon to pop up on the screen, that's being done using the Streamlabs. All right. So one of the things Super Chat doesn't tell you is YouTube takes 30% of what you donate, but the link in the description of the live stream for Streamlabs, this allows you to add a little message to the screen for everyone to read in the live stream. It causes a little Pokemon to pop up, and most of the donation actually goes to the person you're donating to. I really think that YouTube should be required to tell you that they take a chunk. They don't explain that to the person making the donation, and it's so freaking sneaky for them not to do that. It's kind of dirty business, in my opinion. It's a little dirty. Running, rolling, and weeping. Alright, we got Tigrex, and Radoshman. To fix my items. Sod says, great videos, man. Been watching your guides for a bit, now really through and into the point with enough detail, and I love your personal preference. Oh, thank you very much, man. The videos, I really enjoy making them, even though lately they've been focused mostly on, like, information, and there isn't, like, a super high amount of editing like my old videos. My old videos, I would do them myself with no help, and I would put all this extra details into it, but over time I've gotten better at making the editing more efficient and focused on the critical parts of the video so that I can wrap that up and move into live streaming and talking with all of you guys. So I've found a way to kind of get both things done, live streaming and video development. It's actually pretty challenging. It's kind of like being your own manager a little bit, right? You better hit that start button, Sykes 6, because I'm going to depart. 3, 2, we're out of here. Oh, nice. He readied up at the last moment. He did it. Warlock Main says, this is my first stream ever. We popped his stream cherry, guys. Aw, yay. Big Papa says, Greatsword nerf is pretty bad. It went from like 400, 500 hit to less than that for Air Greatsword. For the snacks, Bubbasaurus. Thank you so much, man. I'll update that snack fund a little later. We're going to let Jose be on the screen a little longer, okay? Because he made a generous donation, and I want to make sure he gets credit for that. Let's have our Mega Demon drug. How's it going, Yasao Matsushima? I think I said your name right. I don't know if I said your name right. Fair warning, I'm terrible with names. Oh, God. Why did the camera do that? My neck's got whiplash from that. Oh, he's coming to us. How nice. Oh. We're sending him off the edge. You ready? Oh, he didn't go off the edge. Okay, that's fine. That's still okay. Alright, we'll go for the head here. Are there more pods? I feel like there should be more pods just around here. Whee! Oh, there are. Right here. Alright, there's our double knockdown. Somebody on the team should do it. I don't always do it, but I've been doing it lately. Double knockdown's awesome. There's the jumping smash. We're very close to KOing him at this point. Well, I don't know actually, because we did some of the damage while there were 4 people in here, so we might be... That actually looks like KO ammo though. Sticky ammo. Let's get away from this. It still reaches even over here. So ridiculous. That's gonna be Tyrannosaurus Electric Rex. I tried. I tried so hard and got so far. Me singing music badly. That should be the whole stream. One of the things I like to do is I'll take like one of my wife's favorite songs and then I'll sing it off tune the whole way, just to annoy her. Oh, well, what just happened? What the? I'm not even near him. Did you guys see that? Wait, we were like back here and we got knocked backwards. It made no sense. Also, why would you put him to sleep right next to Tigrex? Tigrex is definitely gonna wake him up. Oh no, double roar time. Rah! So these are the two monsters we're... Oh my god, I didn't want to... Oh my god, dude. Poop is so important in this game. I should have it in my loadout. I'm lucky somebody else did. I guess, on the other hand, the monster we're fighting at least this time is Tigrex and Rautobahn. So that's nice too. Oh, nope, there's the roar. I'm so tired of double roars. There it is, double roar. It's the actual worst. It's the actual worst. It's probably one of my most hated things. Oh, huh, that didn't interrupt him. Double roars are straight from hell. Is it normal that streamer not answering anything, says 4-4. You don't use earplugs charm. Nope. AC/DC starts playing. Sweats to a natural level. Lol breaking apart with tail slap. Nicely done, Tigers. I don't know how Tigers have been here. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. What is that? 5 fours in a row right there. 5 of them. Whoever's shooting the poop pods has got to be more careful too. You're just sending them off together. Alright, I'm safe. He can't hurt me now. That was fast. What? Wait, was I knocked off because he was doing that? You didn't just ruin my mount, did you, Fluttershy? Dude. Dude. I don't know why he just left that area for the 3rd time. If you guys are shooting poop pods, you got to pick one target and just hit that one target. That's wasting an enormous amount of time, because if we had not used any poop pods, I promise you one of them or the other one, Rautobahn or Tigrex, would have moved on naturally anyways. So we've done so much chasing that we have in fact not saved time. We've probably lost time. Oh, I actually missed too. Damn, dude. He was so close to KO. Smack you in the head. He's not leaving again already, is he? Jeez, I'm gonna go crazy if he leaves again. I wanted it. Alright, I know what he's doing. Really? I didn't know he could knock you back during that. Brah! Oh, come on, man. This is awful. It feels like we're not doing any damage to him. We've spent way too much time chasing. Nah, I'm KO'd. I'm okay. Oh my god, I feel like I literally can't do anything. I'm either getting interrupted by a teammate or we're chasing him or I'm getting bored. Oh god. I should just go back to camp. Like, why even bother at this point? Back to camp. Boom. I'm out of here. Woo. There's too many of them. Just run in here. Doesn't get us a nice sharpen on our weapon. We'll grab some more items. Let's go ahead and add dung pod to the things of the items we carry with us. Here's some dung pods, and we'll go ahead and save that over. We'll be in charge of the dung pods maybe in the future, or at least play a role. I suspect what happened is multiple people had dung pods, and everyone might have shot a target that they wanted to send to the next area. And so what was happening, I think both Tigrex and Raudabon were getting shot. That's my suspicion. What am I even supposed to do in this case? I don't want to fight any of them. It's just going to be a waste of time. Just going to be me taking damage. Nice. 2, 3. Are you kidding? Oh no, am I going to get interrupted? Oh, nice. It's like they all ran up to surround me. Like, I was already mostly done with the Big Bang, but I was coming toward the last hit of it, which is the most damaging part. And then I got surrounded by the Charge Blade and the Longsword player, and I was like, oh god. They're here to make sure I can't finish. Alright, he's on his way. We're officially at like 10 minutes for this run. How long have we been on this run? Look, roar after roar. I'm ready to go grab earplugs. This is so ridiculous. Are you using high rank armor and master rank? It's not really making a big difference. Is it okay to post a link here? Well, you can try, but it's not going to let you. Game definitely will not let you post a link. Oh my freaking god, dude. He's ready to be captured, guys. You know what? They don't know that. I'm just going to start going after the other guy now. I'm going to let them finish off Raudabon. Hopefully one of them has a trap with them. We're all chasing this guy. All he needs to be done. All we need is to trap him, and then it's over. I'm going to start working on the other monster. 10 minutes? This is awful. Awful. Terrible efficiency. We want high efficiency. Oh, where is he? 14? Huh, keep going this way, I guess. I want my fights done in 5.5 minutes. I'll allow the half minute, just as a bonus. Are you kidding me? Did that Raudabon go full circle? Look, he did. He went all the way around. Looks like I took the shortest path. There's another roar. There we go. This is cancer, dude. All we do is deal with these guys. Alright, so he's captured. That is straight cancer, dude. Multi-monster fights are without a doubt one of the most annoying things in the game. I think somebody just poop-potted Tigrex. Tigrex is our target. Poop-pod the other monster, not Tigrex. Did they? Maybe they did. Maybe I'm just... Oh, maybe it was just dirt that came up off the ground. That's cancer, dude. That was so awful. I know what you're doing, Tigrex. Let's bring him over here, will you, Sykes? 6. Come over here, 6. They're like, nah, you're just pinging for fun. I wonder why he's pinging. Just for fun. I have the temporal mantle active, and there's a big hill here. I can mount him for the team, and then he won't be running around so much. Also, he's at a point where he's ready to be thrown into a wall. You guys should throw him into a wall first. Oh my god, he put him to sleep. You want to put him to sleep when he's enraged, not when he's ready to be thrown into a wall. It's kind of a waste. Yeah, you save your sleep for when he's enraged. It makes more sense. Then you knock him into the non-enraged state sooner. Alright, he's been mounted. Again, we probably should have thrown him into a wall before the mount. He didn't finish the mount? Oh. Ah, the mount's so useful for this fight. This fight is awful. You guys, he follows you. Bring him to the hill. Oh, and we lost. Wait, I didn't return, did I? What happened? Oh, Luan died. I was just gonna look at his build. I was curious. We have to redo the quest? Oh. Oh, that's so bad, guys. Oh, God. I didn't even realize people were dying. Was he? I guess he was under-equipped. I don't know if he was under-equipped. He's the same level I am, I think. Look, he's wearing Zeno Gamma. And Magna Menace 2. Were you the guy who was doing that yesterday? No, it was a different guy doing it yesterday. You shouldn't be using sticky ammo from base game. Sticky ammo from base game is terrible in Master Rank. There's plenty of different heavy bowguns you can build for Iceborne that will outdamage it with just normal ammo, because now you have the scope, and the damage output of the sticky ammo from the base game was actually never good. It was always pretty bad. So if you're going to use sticky ammo, you would want to use Iceborne sticky ammo, but actually a smarter alternative would just be to use an Iceborne heavy bowgun. Damn, dude, the timing on that was so bad because we just lost all that time. I'm supposed to be CEO of optionals. Let's go have a meal. We'll just run this one by ourselves. It's too annoying of a quest. Let's get it done by ourselves. Sticky ammo, more like stinky ammo. Exactly. Well, the sticky ammo, there's no way it's doing a lot more than, like, I don't know, like 50 maybe? I don't know exactly what he was dealing, but it could not have been a lot. Could not have been a lot. We'll drop a level of protection. We'll take Fortitude for this run. So Fortitude, that way if I die, I come back even stronger. I was like trying to communicate to them to bring him over to the hill because I'm so powerful by the hill, but it's like none of them were doing it, or they didn't notice the pinging, or maybe they just don't understand what pings are. I don't know what that was all about. Let's go ahead and have all this. I have a temporal mantle. He always does that jump, doesn't he? Alright, let's go for the head. Alright, the head is softened. I don't see any pods up here. This would be a nice time to actually have a light weapon, wouldn't it? He's like jumping backwards. There's nowhere to jump. Look at this. Nobody interrupting my Big Bang. How nice is that? Nobody here to interrupt the Big Bang. And keep in mind, the monster isn't scaled for multiplayer, so... Alright, they're having their turf war. Whee! Take this off real fast. He went the other way. One, two, three, 4, 5. We still got him. heal. Classy, he says, I'm so glad to finally see what quality gaming these PC players have been so excited to finally show us. Dude, is it even possible to do anything other than be bored when there's all three of them there? Going for my cat. Oh my god, that still hit me? That move has way too much range. I'm in trouble. Yeah, I'm dead. But don't worry, the cat has the super heal. Wow, that's such a great heal. I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Nice, we still hit the arm. Alright, there's the second mount. Dude, it was like so much easier by myself. You just get a lot more control over what's happening, you know? 1, 2, 3. Choop. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna big bang without any interruptions. No interrupting. Big bang. Choop. Look how fast that was. We got that done in less than 5 minutes. First monster down in less than 5 minutes. Come on, guys. I will tell you why. When you join, you scale the damage, or the health of the monster scales up when you join. So if you're going to join, you've got to do enough damage to justify yourself joining. Or else you're just piggybacking. I don't mind helping. Not for this quest, though. This quest is awful. Terrible quest. Alright. Let's get that Raudabon. Guess the fastest way to him is to run this way. Grab, 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 jabba, dabba, da. Is he coming up this way, really? What is he doing? Is he going to start rolling? Oh, he still hit us. I wonder if that built... That must have built damage, right? Oh, his roar comes out very fast. You know, I don't practice dodging Raudabon's roar because I don't have to fight Raudabon very often. You know what? I don't even care. I just want to keep smacking you. Ah, he still got me. Oh, look at that. I got hit by the wave from the ground. Didn't even think about that. Alright, his head's softened now. That's good. Spend more of our time dealing damage. Bruh! Ouch. Terrible. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I thought he was staggered there. Woo! He's in trouble. Come on, man. Give me that head. Alright, so we still have the temporal mantle, which is good. Really? He just kind of messed up on his own. What? Alright, big bang. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Big bang again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Oh, wow, that reaches behind him too. Amazing. Dude, that dude is so annoying. Oh, no, it's the ground. The ground has the little wavy thing. He thinks he's getting away. Ah! All right. Wow. Anyone want to do Master Rank Exploit? Damn, TGC, when did you get so good? I know, when did I get so good? Probably when I played for like 3,000 hours. He didn't even get to escape that area. It was so easy. You could like predict when he was going to be crowd controlled and everything. And he follows you rather than your teammates. So if you want to bring him to like a ledge or something like that, your teammates aren't there to like separate him. Or separate you and the monster. So he just kind of stays over by the ledge with you, and then you just get your mount, you get your whatever you want to do. That was like 4.5 minutes per monster or something.
We're not gonna stop now.
Alright, let's get the next one going. Alright guys, we'll do this one as a group again. Alright, this should be so fun. We got Uragon and Bracky Daddy. By the way, why do I never see the other trap? Hey, I need your help, says Orlando. I need your help. Alright, Princess Peach. What are we doing today? How is it that Rautobahn produces sleep gas? He's got little pouches, and that's where the sleep gas comes from. Come on, keep up with it. Which is weird because that slot is still taken up by the person, so no one else can join. What? What are you talking about? Anyone want to play with me on PC? Ooh, I want to play. We'll just roll on down. Wait. I only see Dodogama down there. And it's telling me to go this way. TGC, you watch anime? My wife watches anime. I actually don't watch a lot of anime. One of my girlfriends got me to watch some anime once. So I guess that was cool. Guess you could say I'm pretty much a weeb now. Are you kidding, dude? Get out of here. These bugs are so annoying now. Oh my god. You even get near the bugs and they instantly paralyze you. I don't think I actually like that. So annoying. This game's very good at adding small annoyances. I'll go this way. Shut up, Dest. Your opinion do not concern me. My bro. What anime does she watch? She's been watching Evangelion or something like that. I don't even think I'm saying the name right. Alright. I'm dropping the boulders now because I don't actually trust my teammates to drop the boulders. Is that pretty bad? Alright. Let me knock him into the other monster. Oh, not close enough. He's gonna roar. Did Fluttershy just get put to sleep? Yes. Oh, no, I walked into it. Oh, now I'm asleep. Alright, what was a trade? Smack me. Hit me. We're fine. Oh, he actually did get hit by that. Very good. Wow, the last hit did not actually land. That's kind of annoying. Ah, did you see that roll? That was a pretty good roll. Tempted to drop it. I want to drop it. Come over here. Alright, we got him. Don't want to waste that boulder. The boulder just kind of speeds the whole thing up, right? I love your stream names. Oh, thank you. His stupid chin like knocks me away. Don't you hate it when monsters have like heads that knock you away from the headshot? I was on the outside, damn it. Why would it... What the hell? Take me to the goddamn head. Oh my god, dude. Game cannot be real right now. Bruh. Bruh. I'm gonna do the voice acting for my own character one day. Wouldn't that be cool? They should design a game like that. They should design a game where you can like talk into a microphone and that will be like your character's like painful yell. Video game companies haven't done that. That's right. I'm full of great ideas. Hire me, game companies. It makes when he takes damage. Lobo Jr. is doing a Dark World mod for his own voiceover. Oh, that's cool. There would be porn noises coming out of 85%. Well, just design it so that it only affects your point of view. See what I'm saying? So have a generic cry for all of your teammates, but for your character, have it be an actual custom. See what I'm saying? Are you kidding me? Oh, that was easy. Stabbing you in the tail. Stabby, stab, stab. Stabby, stabby, stab. He's like, oof. Oh, and he's down. He must have been very close to downing anyways. Oh, his tail got cut. Oh, that's sad. That wasn't an actual down. Oregon tail. Ouch. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Oh, good. Set the frog off too. Fluttershy's like, I'm out of here. Part's broken. Oh, that still hit me? God damn, where do you got it? I thought I was going to be in the clear there. Have this mega potion. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I still find it funny how Leshen can be tenderized. The thing is cursed wood and it just goes all cracked. Also, couldn't Oregon just roll to get rid of a monster? A hunter monster. Could. He's just not big brain like us humans, which is why we are... This is exactly why we're colonizing the animals, because we're the big brains. Don't tell the Monster Hunter reviewers, though. They will get very upset. He moves like 1 foot and gets him completely out of it. That's exactly how it works. Ah. I like jumped right on top of an exploding ball. Okay, let's get down there. How do I farm in Garuga? How do you farm Garuga, huh? Dude, this fight's taking a while. Oh, he's capturable. Alright, you guys should move on to Bracky Daddy. No need to follow me down. Of course, they're not going to see that in time. Let's get down there. Bracky Daddy, of course, will probably be on the underneath the side of the map. I can cook the chicken, I just need to know how to find it. What are you talking about? Someone just died all 3 times in the Cove to Roth quest. Really? One of those teammates, huh? Alright, where's he saying? Good. Very close, actually. Let's grab this water moss. Okay, stay seated and keep your paws and ears at your side at all times. No, why did you flash him? There was no need to flash. Wait, was it me? Did I flash him? It wasn't me. It was him, right? Why did that wall not count? Look at that. That wall didn't actually count as a wall splat. How's this kind of stuff decided? I don't understand. Double roar. Triple roar, dude? Fuck. What the fuck, man? Whose idea was triple roar? You know what we need in this game? Triple roar. So the player can stay stunned the whole time. I swear they did it to make earplugs a more attractive option than it used to be, right? Oh! I did not think that a puddle would show up underneath me. That's so random, dude. Grab this real fast. Wow, that was actually really well spaced. He wasn't coming for me, he was coming for someone else. With Brachydios, you don't always get to choose where you attack. You just kind of take whatever space you can get. Whatever body part is exposed, that is the body part you attack. You know? Oh, just in time. Swear to God. So one of the things we could do, guys, is we can climb up this area up here. I guess we should have chosen the other side. Yeah, so what's going to happen is he's going to climb up here. Oh, I'm going to blow up in a minute. I was so busy looking at whether or not I removed the slime blast, I totally went the wrong way. Nice. $12, $13, $14, $15, $16, $17, $18. Alright, he's down. He's gonna get KO'd in a minute here. One, two. He's probably gonna stand up. Ah, we didn't get it. Oh, and there we go. Alright, so where's he gonna run? Is he gonna run down here or is he gonna run to the other side? He's running to the other side. He's like, I'm out of here. What a nightmare for melee user. I've been using Light Bowgun with evasive reload. So fun. It's pretty fun. What do we get? Dung pod here. Here's flash pod. Wow. Damage taken reduced. Wow, that was a lot of healing right there. What the hell? Was that a god powder or whatever it's called? Powder of life? I can't remember the name of the other powder. Oh, he's getting ready for mount number 2. You should grab him on the head, somebody. So when he does that, if you grab him on the head, or if you just grab him, it's going to prolong that drooling state. I was hoping he would miss me. Wow, he was really going for me there. Alright, that's okay. We'll go ahead and freshen up and we'll run back in. Dust of Life. Thank you, Yasao Matsushima. Fortify activated. That's pretty cool. Grab some fresh items. I think that was only the first death. So, oops, we should be fine. I could actually trade out my equipment for like a fire mantle and an immunity mantle. I'm just kind of too lazy. Grab a snow herb. Bracky Daddy. So we are reaching the 2-hour mark, but I was thinking of going a little longer. But if we do, we gotta have something fun to talk about. Do you guys want to talk about anything fun? Yeah, I was thinking about going a little longer than than yesterday, compared to yesterday. Having the live stream go on for a little while longer. What would you guys like to talk about? Is there any interesting news? I doubt it. All the news is like basically political news. I kind of wish there was something more interesting than the political news. Perfect. Oh, snap. Woo! Brah! Oh, he's in trouble. He's so dead. Get him, boys! Talk about anime. I don't have anything to say about it. I don't know any. I don't watch anime, so I don't have any commentary. New Yu-Gi-Oh cards got announced today. Oh, really? Is it confirmed Safujiva coming on the 24th? I don't know. Talk about how the influx of all these predators in the New World must be severely affecting prey populations. How do I unlock gold and silver Raytheon? I do actually have a monster unlock guide video, and but to answer your question, you would reach master rank 70 in the, and then you'd find them in the guiding lands. Arson says, should kids get a good beating if they talk shit? You know the answer to that question. Frick yeah, dude. Beat those freaking dumbass. No, I'm just kidding. What Democratic candidates do you like, if any? They're all crazy. I can't think of any I like. Right now, my favorite candidate on the left is probably Michael Bloomberg, and that's it. Probably Michael Bloomberg, and I still don't like him. Be gone, Uragon. Really? We just fought Uragon. They gotta be more careful with their optionals. Gameconomist, I've made it past Shara with Lance, but I never found augmentation materials. It was pretty rough. Should I build some BV Hazak armor to mimic a health augmentation, maybe something else? No, I would not bother with the augmentation. I'm sorry, I would not bother with the Black Veil Valhazak armor set. If you're having trouble staying alive, if you're playing by yourself, bring Vigor Wasp on your cat, and then bring the health booster as well. And then Vitality Mantle will help you, and so will Temporal Mantle. I read somewhere in China, they're now enforcing laws about how long children can play video games. Yeah, there was a lot of... Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hit depart. So you guys take too long to ready up. I heard a lot about that. It's an interesting concept. The Chinese government, even if you prefer to play video games as long as you want to play, the government knows what's best for you, apparently, and it's doing what it believes is best for you. That's what's going on in this case. And it's a very interesting concept. It's kind of like, what if the Chinese government banned a lot of things? What if it bans cigarettes? What if it bans, let's say it bans cookies and alcohol and all the things humans like? What if it was just like your daddy, and it was like, you're going to do exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You're going to be fit and healthy, and that's going to make you a more prosperous civilian for us, and this is good for the government, right? So this is one of the interesting concepts of running a society, is that if everyone's hooked on drugs, your society just kind of falls apart, right? It's actually not going to be a very good society at all. And it's one of the reasons why you should want to not do drugs all day long, right? And yet we talk about freedoms and rights, and oh, I should be allowed to do this, and oh, I should be allowed to do that. It's actually a very interesting question of how much should you be allowed to do what you shouldn't be doing, right? It's a very, very, very interesting question. The government kind of regulates your life for you. You're your own government, if you think about it. So every individual is their own government. You govern yourself. And you may... Oh, are you kidding me? He just disappeared. Dude. You govern yourself. And in this case, the Chinese government is saying, no, that's not good enough. We'll govern you for you because you're not going to make the right decision. That's what the government in China is saying about how long children can play video games. And they're like, you can play some games, but not this much. It's a very, very, very interesting concept. I've always been interested in that kind of stuff. That was fast. Woo. Grab this. This isn't going to take any... Oop. He's just going to be... Oh, I see. He's paralyzed. What the hell? It didn't fire the crystal burst. Oh, that's terrible. I pushed the button and it didn't fire it. You better do what I say or I'm a harvest your organs. I know, right? Thanks, I was wondering if the event quest that gives bonus master rank were any good. Let's see. Communism, gotta love it. Honestly, kind of want to see Plessy out than Cephadrome. CK Glitch says you should be allowed to do anything you want so long as it doesn't hurt somebody else. Right, so the reason you would make an argument like that is because basically the reason people need to make that argument is a question of should you be allowed to self-harm as long as you don't harm others. That's the real reason we ask that question. And it's a funny question because when you say it, it sounds very agreeable. Like, yeah, do what you want, just leave me out of it, and everyone shake hands, and that's great. But then again, you're never really not affecting anyone. You know what I mean? Like, when you're a productive citizen and you're making a lot more money and paying more taxes, that does affect everyone. See what I'm saying? So this idea that you can just exist and be a useless human it sounds like you're not affecting anyone, but you kind of are. It's an opportunity cost argument. That's what it is, it's opportunity cost. There's an opportunity cost for you to sit around eating cookies and becoming morbidly obese your whole life versus getting a job as a CEO of a company and being fit and healthy and having several children for the future generation of the, let's say, Chinese government. So it's actually an opportunity cost question. It's not I can just do whatever I want as long as nobody else notices. Because the reality is you're always kind of part of the society, even if you don't believe that. Look at this Oregon. Oh my god. Thanks, I was wondering if the event quests that give bonus master... Oh, I already read that one. You know, it's a funny, interesting piece of information I had. I was learning about how people who work in Silicon Valley in California actually don't allow their kids to have electronic devices, which is a pretty interesting development, if you ask me, because they're the ones who work on the electronic devices. So they would be the ones who understand how the devices work, how they're addictive, they're designed to be addictive, and they say, this shit's bad. I don't want my kid to have this. That's very interesting. You know, it kind of tells you all you need to know. It's kind of like the people who perhaps were making cigarettes but not smoking cigarettes, right? So the cigarettes are the drug that other people do. You don't do the drug because you know it's not good. And that's exactly how I perceive that. If you got people in Silicon Valley and they do the software and they do the hardware and they're looking at their kids and going, I don't want my kid touching this because I know exactly what it is. And they're saying, my kid's not going to touch electronics. My kid's going to go to school and have no cell phone, and they can have a cell phone when they're 18. That should be all you need to know about, because they're the ones making it. Of course they know how it works. So that should be all you need to know about how healthy electronics are for your child's development. And, obviously it's not good for their development because they're staring at a bright screen, they're staying up later, they're not working out, they're not making friends. They're playing Candy Crush. I don't know how enriched Candy Crush makes you. Maybe if it was like Pokemon on the Game Boy, that would be a little bit different because it's a quality game. But even then, you'd want to restrict how long your child plays per day. You would want to make sure that they're brushing their teeth and actually going outside and getting some exercise. Maybe learning some things about business and making friends and dating and talking to people, right? So all of that, nobody's going to contest that. That's some pretty straightforward common sense, I guess is the word, is common sense. But yes, the Silicon Valley people, they don't let their, you hear about this movement where they increasingly don't want their children to touch electronics. And I don't know, it seems kind of like a big deal that we're not really talking about. It's going to be one of those things where it's going to leave an impact on your child's development, and your child's going to have some big ass advantage later in life. You're already working in Silicon Valley, so you're probably making a decent income, and then you're not going to let your kid do the drugs. Everyone else's kids are going to do the drugs, right? I'm talking about electronics, right? Your kid's not going to do the drugs. They're going to get well educated, and they're going to get a job like you in Silicon Valley and get a nice job and a nice wife and a nice family. And then there's going to be all the poor, sad people, and they're going to go, oh man, there's all this unfair. And it's like, actually, they just made smarter choices, and that was all the difference. Their choices were way smarter. And anyone can choose to make these different choices. It's just that you don't, and it makes you wonder why not. And And that's kind of when we reach that point when we talk about what a government should be allowed to tell you what to do. Is like, well, what if you had a society that genuinely wasn't good enough at regulating itself? Should you let a government step in and be like, no, you can't have access to that. That's too good of a drug. You're not going to make the right choice. That's kind of where you start to ask that. It's very interesting. Very interesting subject for me. No tail for me. That's gonna hurt. People need moderation. Well, and see, normally the way it would work is you have a small government, and the government doesn't tell you how to moderate. The government just says, good luck. You either win or you lose. You know, you can be a loser in society. We're not going to stop you. You can go be poor. That's how government would be run if you had small government. In a small government, everyone is competing, and you have to make good choices for yourself and for your children. And if you make bad choices, what do you think happens? You're poor. That's the main thing. You're poor, and you don't have a higher quality of life. You have lower access to healthcare, lower access to education, right? All the bad things. And if you make all the right decisions, the funny thing is, you have all the access to the education and to the healthcare and to the better housing and vacations and blah, blah, blah. Your child gets to hang out with other children of wealth, right? And it just kind of perpetuates itself. There's a word for it. What is it? The haves and the have-nots. What is the term? I'm trying to remember. It's like winners keep winning. I can't remember. Gosh, there's an idiom for it. Oh, I wish I could remember the idiom, but essentially it means if you're already ahead, if you're already winning, you just continue to win even more. You have an even greater advantage. And there's actual, it makes sense. Like if you are poor, you have to pull out the student loan like me, right? I have to pull out the student loan. If I was wealthy, I would just buy the college outright. Why is this such a big deal? It's because the person who buys the college outright doesn't pay the interest. So it's like if you're already winning, you just win even more because now you don't have to pay the interest. You're already rich. You don't have to pay the interest on your education, and so now you're just going to go ahead and be richer. It's a huge advantage. Same for car loans, same for house loans. It's the same for everything. You don't want to, by the way, guys, you don't want to pull out loans. Avoid pulling out loans for things you don't need, especially like luxury cars. Don't do it. It's a very, very interesting concept, and you have society ends up splitting into different classes of people who have reached different levels of success. And social justice in 2020 is all about freaking out that there's these different classes of success. Like, oh man, this person's wealthy and I'm poor, and that's just not right. That's not just. But it's like, well, their grandparents and their parents and they themselves have made better choices with their lives, and that's why they're right. Like they decided, I'm not going to do drugs or deal drugs. They decided, I'm not going to steal. I'm not going to murder anyone. They decided, I'm going to sit at home and read a math book because society values people who sits around reading math books. And when I get older, I'm going to get a nice math-related job that's going to pay well because that's what people are paying well for these days. All right? So you just make different choices. And it leads to totally different outcomes in your life, like huge different outcomes. Deciding to invest money, right? So some people understand how powerful compound interest is over like 60 years. It's huge. It's crazy. Because by the time you've saved up money for 60 years and you're compounding interest on, like, let's say $2 million at that point, you're just making tons of money because of the compound interest, right? It's a huge deal. And then you just pass that off to your children and tell them, hey, pass this off to our grandchildren, right? And everything's going to be A-okay for us. Those are choices everyone can make. Everyone can make that choice. Not everyone does. A lot of people just decide, I'm not going to save. I'm going to go on that vacation. I'm going to buy that nice car. There's so many nice cars to buy. It's kind of crazy how many nice cars. Why would it just shows you there's a demand for them. Who's buying them? You're literally throwing your money in a trash can when you buy a nice car. It feels nice, sure. You're literally throwing your money in a trash can. You should be buying nothing. You should go buy Ford stock. Go buy stock in Ford, because apparently people are so dumb they buy luxury cars. They buy luxury Ford cars, like the muscle cars. Like, yeah, I guess it makes you feel cool or something, but it's like, what a huge freaking waste of money. And it's like, if you're worried about looking sexy, well, by the way, having a lot of money is extremely sexy for women. Women love that. You're poor and you have a nice car. It's like, yeah, you're sexy while you're in your 20s, but the moment you get a little bit older and you have no savings because you put all your money, you gave all your money to Ford, essentially. Ford has all your money. It doesn't look sexy at all. then you're stuck in like the lower middle class if you're even there. Maybe you're in poverty and you just continue to make bad choices in life, and you're like, oh man, why does life suck for me? It's like because you're making shit choices over and over and over and over again, and you want to blame everyone else for it. I feel like I grew up around people like that. It really affects me. I look out into society and I see more and more of it. It's a great question. Going back to the whole Chinese government telling children they can't play video games past a certain point. By the way, the Chinese government didn't tell them they can't play games, period. They just can't play a certain amount of games. Okay, so there's like a limit to how many games they're allowed to play. Now, obviously, being somebody who plays games all day long, I don't necessarily agree with that. I have basically a job in playing games. But I mean, the concept of it is what's so interesting. The concept of whether a government should be able to step in and say, this is good for you, this is bad for you. Here's another great example, guys. Lately, what are they called? The Juuls, the vapor cigarettes, what are those called? Vapes? Vaping? I think that's the term, right? Vaping? So you have the whole smoking craze with vapes, right? And they've recently raised the limit for how old you need to be to buy them. They've gotten rid of the flavors. Because it turned out all of these vaping companies were selling the product on this idea that it helps you move away from cigarettes and nicotine. But in reality, it's so funny too, because I freaking swear to God, the guys who develop these products know exactly what they're doing. They're experts. They make millions of dollars. They know exactly what's going on. They produce these vapes, and they're like, oh, it's so good for society. People stop smoking. And then they sell it to children. And these children pick up the vapes, and they go, oh, I'm hooked on nicotine now. It's amazing. It's actually had the opposite effect. It's gotten more people into smoking than used to smoke. That's what vaping has done. It's actually gotten more people into smoking. Is incredible, and people think it's a good thing. Vapes are great. So the government, the U.S. government had to, after people's lungs were collapsing or whatever the case is, the U.S. government stepped in and said, no more selling vapes with flavors in them. And it said, whoa, what's going on here? Oh, available quests. I see. Post quests. The U.S. government came in and it said, no more vaping. It's so funny. But yeah, it's a very interesting issue to me. I think one of the things that stands out most of all in these subjects is how little self-control humans really have. I think that we all like to believe that we have the ability to be our own government, to self-regulate, to manage ourselves. And you say, I'm not going to eat that pile of cookies over there. I'm not going to go to McDonald's tonight. I'm not going to have that extra drink. I'm not going to smoke. And you understand clearly why you shouldn't. You're very logical about it. We all are fairly logical compared to like animals, right? We all know it's bad for us. It's not like new information. It's old information. And yet we just keep doing it. We just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And it's like we can't stop. And it turns out the thing that's really driving you is more of your subconscious motivators, your physiological brain, not your thoughts, your base drives, like kind of like cheating. Why do people cheat? So, because your brain wants you to, and it's like you don't actually have that much self-control to stop yourself from cheating as much as you think you do. You're a lot more of an animal than you realize. And so yeah, the idea of a government coming in and saying this is bad for you, you can't have it, is a very interesting concept for me. I'm gonna grab this stone. Oh, he already sees us. Very interesting subject for me. Don't land. Doot. I have no brain, but I must vape, says Orson. I'm not hating on people who vape. That's the other question is like, well, the point of life can't just be to work for your whole life. At some point, the point of life has to include enjoying yourself. If you guys didn't know this, I love hedonism, right? So people get all philosophical, like, oh, what's the point of life? Right, and all that shit. I get all the philosophical arguments, the meaning of life and all that stuff, but you know what? It feels good. It feels good now. You're feeling depressed, go have a cookie. You're feeling depressed, go have sex with somebody. It fixes it really fast. You're just like, oh yeah, that's the reason life is good. You see what I'm saying? It just kind of solves it very quickly. Hedonism, of course, isn't like an ultimate solution to anything, but It is effective in a very immediate sense. See what I'm saying? It's effective in a very immediate sense. So would I outlaw cookies? I really wouldn't. Cookies should exist. Alcohol, various drugs. But it's still an interesting concept because we're at a point in society where everyone wants free healthcare, we want free education, we want to spend all this money at a social level. And it's like, well, if you want to spend all this money at a social level, in other words, if you want to have, I don't know, half of my income because you want all these things, well then I want to say in how you live your life. You want free healthcare? I want to outlaw McDonald's. How do you feel about that? You want free healthcare? I want to outlaw all kinds of drugs. You know, let's say you've got like marijuana becoming available. Let's say it turns out marijuana, like everything else people smoke, is actually not that good for you. You're literally burning something and inhaling it. So it turns out it's maybe not that good for you. So you want marijuana? Go for it. But I'm not paying your healthcare later in life. That's totally up to you. So, and that's great. I think that's worked really well in America. You have a lot of freedoms, and people generally don't pay for your shit when you do something bad. But now people want the socialism. They're like, okay, you're going to buy this for me. You're going to buy that for me. I'm going to have a kid, and you're going to pay for my kid. I'm going to be a dude running around having sex, unprotected sex with all these women, and you're going to pay when they get pregnant, and I run away and I don't want to be a dad. You're going to pay for that, right? So if you want to have all these freedoms to do things that are sort of like vices, I suppose, if you want to have all these freedoms to have these vices, then you have to also make this agreement not to ask for my money. Simple. And then we're totally cool. We're totally cool. But I feel like in 2020, my realization is it doesn't work that way. People, in fact, do ask for your money. They decide when things are desperate, they go, all right, well, I have a right. Bernie Sanders says I have a right to everyone else's money. You know, I need that cancer treatment. God, man, those long stories are so good at interrupting. It's a do or die situation. I either fight to take your money or I die of cancer. And so I will just fight for the free healthcare. And so my realization is that maybe you can't really have a society that isn't connected. Or, I'm sorry, maybe you can't really have a society that's disconnected. That's the term I'm trying to use. In reference to the guy who said earlier, he said, well, you should be able to do what you want as long as you don't affect others. Right. And I was trying to make a point that, yes, this sounds great, but how disconnected are you really from the people around you? When it turns out you have diabetes from eating McDonald's your whole life, are you really going to decide, hey, you know, I was the one who ate the McDonald's, I'm just going to die young? Nobody makes that decision. Nobody does. Everyone makes the decision, I'm going to do anything I can to survive. It doesn't really matter. I don't care that I'm asking for other people's money. There's rich people out there, they can pay for my stuff, right? And it's like, okay. So with the whole issue of like all this love of socialism all of a sudden, oh, it's democratic socialism. With all the love for it, it's like, well, maybe if we implemented rules in America where you can't eat that much McDonald's anymore, maybe I would actually be a lot more open to those ideas. So you want to have socialized healthcare? Let's have a rule. No more cookies in the Walmart. Get all the cookies out. All the cookies, all the candy. That stuff is straight garbage. There's no reason to have it. There's no nutritional benefit to having a cookie in your grocery store. Zero nutritional benefit. So you guys want socialized healthcare? Let's have a trade. We'll do a compromise. Socialized healthcare becomes a thing, and all cookies are banned. And those, you know, the economy will take a small hit because those companies will go under, but you know, they'll be replaced with other companies. I've had time to think about that whole issue. I'm not worried about that. They're basically a company that sells you something that's bad for you anyways, so they're not actually required for your society. Oh, nice, he's gone. You just hate food, don't you? No, it's the other way around. I love food. I absolutely love food. That's why I use it as an example. Best weapon to fight Barrieth? Whatever weapon is doing lots of damage. There's no best weapon for Barrieth. Just whichever one's doing the most damage. It's the best weapon. If you're having trouble with Barrieth, break his parts. Breaking Barrieth's parts makes him a lot easier. Bad Healthcare says, nah, sugar tax is enough. Okay, yeah, so a sugar tax that can pay for everyone's healthcare. But how much of a tax would that be? Think about it. How big of a tax would that be? That would be a crazy tax because, by the way, it's very expensive to deal with everyone's diabetes from all the sugar that they consume. So I'm totally down with the sugar tax, but damn, that sugar tax got to be massive. And also, when you think about it, the people who have no control over their ability to eat sugar or not, these people are just going to go broke anyways because they're doing drugs that cost a lot now. And you're going to have this class of people who are poor and addicted to sugar. So you're going to have that problem arise as well. Basically, the people who are addicted to sugar will be paying for everyone else's healthcare in a sense, even if they don't get diabetes, since I understand there is a genetic aspect of becoming diabetic. So there's all kinds of complications to it. I think banning it entirely would be interesting as well. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe taxing it could work. People just complain. I don't know. Yeah, I would be down to tax sugar, actually, as a vice. What's your opinion on Shrieking Legiana? He shrieks a lot and he flies a lot, so I don't like him. Can you get any tips for early Iceborne hammer? Yeah, aim for the monster's head. Let's go ahead and have this. Oh. How do you ledge spam? Roll off the ledge and then push R trigger to pull yourself back onto the ledge. Easy. Over 75% of Americans don't meet their daily fiber and nutrition requirements. There you go. So yeah, there's another case. So maybe it's like, if you want to implement socialized healthcare, I would be okay with this. But then maybe people should be forced to eat correctly. Don't we force we force our pets to eat correctly, don't we? That's the funniest thing, isn't it? How ironic that we have animals that are in better fitness than we are because we require those animals to eat well, and then we go out to eat for, you know, fried chicken or something, which actually fried chicken's not so bad, but let's do a different example. We go and we have a box of Oreo cookies. I love using Oreo cookies as an example. Oh, damn it, he saw me. Throw you into the wall. But yeah, we require our animals to be so healthy, and then we just kind of eat anything we want. And it's really hypocritical, actually. Shows you how illogical humans are and how driven by our senses and our desires we are. Let's go ahead and soften his head. Okay, so he can be thrown into the wall a second time. Just kind of difficult right now. He's surrounded by all these explosives. You sounded like authoritarian socialist. Well, I'm not saying that I advocate for these ideas necessarily, but I'm saying they're ideas of great interest. And, you know, China definitely is a sort of authoritarian state, right? Their Communist Party, an unelected leader, gets to stay in office for a really long time. Well, guess what? They're also the second largest economy in the world. So it's not like it's been failing for them, right? If it was been failing for them, that would be another issue. Oh, please hit his tail. That would be amazing. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, it's not like it hasn't been succeeding for them. So all these people who are like, oh man, I hate it. It's like, well, it can work. All you got to do is live in an authoritarian state where the actual leader is very clever. I don't want it. I'm just saying, you know, if China ever passed up the U.S., it's going to be pretty disappointing, I suppose. The thing about democracy is democracy only works as long as the people in the democracy are high-quality people. You got a bunch of low-quality people, you're going to find out democracy doesn't work that well. Them animals start paying bills, they can't eat what they want. When the animals start paying bills, they can eat what they want. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention, I'm dead. They have a capitalist economy and sport slave labor. Right, so they have a capitalist economy, this is true, but only somewhat. They actually are, only somewhat. The Chinese government actually does maintain power over these companies, and at a social level, they still have complete control, right? They're still unelected leaders. Anime Harem, how's it going, man? He says, I never seen an elemental sword and shield build. Can you make a video for elemental weapons for one that matters? That is definitely a thought. The problem is Sword and Shield is one of my least played weapons right now, so I would hate to be giving out advice on something I'm not an actual expert in myself. I could maybe get somebody who wants to give me some examples and have him educate me, but I would be much better suited for teaching people to using the bow guns and raw damage weapons, which I think are more suited. I actually know a decent amount about the bows at this point, believe it or not. I've been doing more research on bows lately. Whoop. Let's go ahead and smack this guy in the head. Authoritarian state, my favorite kind of state. It's too funny, man. 1, 2, 3. Please land. Nice. We got the flinch. Nice. Oh, god damn it. I love keeping him staggered like this. It's so fun, actually. Mary has too much power. What? Speaking of which, I think we're getting closer to doing the card stream. We did an extra half hour on our normal stream. Impeach Mary. It's interesting to hear your thoughts on I curse. I can just say that. I can say shit. It's funny. I don't really have a set rules on how much cursing is allowed. All right, so we're gonna grab onto his face. That's going to increase the drool period for everyone. See, he just kind of stands there longer. Here's a flinch. Alright, I'm gonna put an example. What? Maximum power? What? Orgon is actual cancer. Yeah, it's a very interesting concept. All of the things we were just talking about is one that I actually think about a lot. I think is very relevant right now. I think if you want to maintain your freedoms, you should live in a society with low taxes, because then when you take a risk or you enjoy a vice, you're not really affecting anyone. The problem with that is if you really do enjoy a vice, later on you're going to be obese, or you're going to have, you know, diabetes, or you're going to have lung cancer from smoking, liver cancer, whatever, from drinking. You're going to reach this point where you're dying and you're like, all right, where's all my money for taking care of my health problems? It turns out you don't have any money because you were also making poor decisions about your retirement. And then you go, all right, society, well, you're responsible for taking care of me. See what I'm saying? So the sad part, when it comes to all the Bernie Sanders telling you, you have a right to health care, I keep telling people this, it's not for you, it's for the elderly. It's for people who are already like 50 and 60 and 70. They have cancer now. Most young people do not have cancer. Some young people do have cancer. The vast, vast, vast majority of cancer is by the elderly. And the socialized healthcare is strictly for them, I'd say. And so here's the problem. They already got to live their whole lives with low taxes. They put our country into massive debt, trillions of dollars of debt, higher than all these other countries. And then at the end of their lives, they want socialized healthcare as well. You guys don't even fully appreciate how ripped off you are, how totally ripped off you are from this. And if you cave in and give them their free cancer treatment rather than letting them die, I know that sounds so horrible, it sounds like a psychopath thing, but it's like that was their choices they made in life. It's actually not your fault, it's their fault. Again, they lived in the most prosperous country in the whole world, couldn't save up for their older age. And besides, they won't necessarily not get the help. It's just that grandma and grandpa will have to ask their kids for help. My wife and I just finished helping her parents, and we're like $11,000 in debt because of it. Well, they kind of owe us that money. But you see, my point is just that the economy has already been so wrecked by the previous generation, not necessarily the previous one, but the previous maybe like 3. It's been so wrecked. And now they have no money because they didn't save any. And they want to come to you guys, and you're young and your life is just starting, and you have an opportunity to make smarter choices than them throughout life and be rich and be wealthy and successful. And they're going to say, nah, we're going to slap a 40% tax on you, and you're going to spend the rest of your life paying that tax. The rest of your life. And if you ever reach a point of being successful, we'll tax the hell out of you, and so you'll stay in the middle class forever, even if you're exceptional. It's so crazy how unfair that is. And just because of how I think, it's very easy for me to understand these concepts and understand how unfair that is. You know, Bernie Sanders tries to make the wealthy people the bad guys. You know, the billionaires who don't pay the taxes, even though he doesn't really explain to you that while they pay a lower rate of taxes, they actually pay much more taxes than you, right? So if you have $1 billion and you pay 1% on $1 billion, 1% ends up still being a crazy larger amount of money than, let's say, 15% on $20,000, which is nothing. It's nothing. Then the billionaires end up paying the most taxes by far. He doesn't really explain that part to you. Bernie Sanders and Warren, Elizabeth Warren is like a Bernie Sanders clone. Isn't she like accusing him of sexism now or something? I swear to God, they eat their own. I think she's accusing him of sexism. It's so wild. It's shocking. That'll be your future. Everyone will be accused of not being appropriately woke, or you'll just constantly be just stepping over eggshells, wondering if you've said the wrong thing. What a horrible way to live. But yeah, he's so convinced you that the problem is the wealthy, and I admit we could raise taxes to a competitive level. I want young people to have low taxes. Young people should have to pay low taxes just like grandma and grandpa did. Grandma and grandpa already had the cheapest housing market. They already had cheap education, and they paid low taxes. Now we're in the future. Bernie Sanders is telling you that you're going to pay for everyone's grandma and grandpa's cancer treatment, because young people, we don't really get that ill. And by the way, I'm 100% in for socialized healthcare for young people. I think young people should be fully covered by the government, because over their lifetime they'll pay it back anyways. But this whole move is not for you. It's for the elderly. It's for people who are 60, 70, and 80. They're getting cancer now, and they can't afford it. And they're like, all right, well, where's my free cancer treatment that the young people are going to pay for? You know, they already take an enormous amount of money through Social Security. Each month they get a check. They just get a check of money. You're paying for that. They paid into it as well. But the thing is, Social Security probably won't be around for you when you're older. So in a way, you're just kind of paying for it. It's shocking how unfair it is. And you guys, the Bernie bros, the young people who support Bernie, that's the wildest part. I feel like it's people who enjoy new ideas and they want to try some new flavor. You know, oh, I'm so tired of capitalism. Let's try something new. I'm going to be edgy and I'm going to be for socialism. But it's like, if you sit down and you do the boring math, it's really boring, and you kind of look at what's going on. It's a huge ripoff. Spend the rest of your life paying a 40-50% tax just like they do in other countries. Except the country's also bankrupt. America, you know, those other countries aren't also bankrupt. You're already living in a bankrupt country. The whole point is that you're supposed to be able to pay low taxes and get ahead. And they did, and they squandered it. And now they want you to pay for all their stuff again. It's really, really frustrating. Especially for somebody like me. I feel like I'm sensitive to being ripped off. Alright guys, well let's go ahead and wrap up the stream. I won't blabber on anymore. We did continue the stream, but only if we had a fun topic to talk about. I think that was fun. How much control should a government have over vices like playing video games or maybe eating cookies? And it was an interesting topic because it does kind of dip into the whole social issue of having to take care of everyone. Do you really want to pay for everyone's medicine when everyone around you is eating McDonald's and Oreo cookies? Having access to all kinds of drugs that are unhealthy? Do you really want to pay, you know, socialized healthcare for that? There's a reason America is still a country where you can get wealthy. It's much harder in Europe to become wealthy than it is in America. They, you know, people are always quoting how nice it is to live in Europe. They don't tell you that part. They don't tell you that the jobs in America actually pay a lot more, and the tax rate in America is much lower. So you actually have the ability to become wealthy. Yeah, it's a very interesting subject. Let's go ahead and wrap up there. Let's get the waves going. I'll probably upset somebody in the audience. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to go ahead and start up the Pokemon card stream on my other YouTube channel. I'll go get that started up, and I'll leave a link in the chat room for you guys in about 5 minutes, okay? Be right back. Alright, so I've posted a link to the next live stream. This will be on my other YouTube channel where we open a ton of cards. Feel free to join me there. Go ahead and update the Discords as well. Alright. And the last Discord. I hope you guys had fun. We'll be back on tomorrow with more Monster Hunter. And thank you everyone who made donations. That was very generous of you guys. All right, I think we're all set. I'm going to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.